There's an update on the 55 Chevy model kit I'm building, and this project's really turned into a disaster. Well, not really a disaster. It's going to take a long time to finish up. You can see here it's kind of in like a junkyard state. I don't remember what the last one update was, but I kind of fixed the door paint a little bit where the mask didn't work very well. So I touched up some areas. Right here is kind of rough. I think I'm going to try to sand that down and fill that in. I got actually some like overspray or something on there from when I painted some other part. So I think it's real thin. I'm just going to try to sand it off just with like some sandpaper, and hopefully that works. I put the body in. I've got to a point where I wanted to see what it looked like in there. I just set the body on there to see what the fit was going to be, and there's just all kinds of problems. These door panels you glue onto the bucket that you make, and it just doesn't fit very snug. You can see a gap here, and on the other side it's even worse. If I can turn it around here, you can see the big gap between that's just not acceptable. I think like the angle of this is too, you know, like this way, 45. I don't know what happened, or there isn't really a good area where it kind of locks into place, so it might have been my fault partially too. But it's just frustrating, especially for a convertible, because you can't hide. But I painted the carpet this kind of bluish color. I thought it worked a little better. I got to paint all the trim on the door too, but we can take that off. But I can reach in there because I looked at pictures of the real car, and this is what it was like. I don't think there was trim on there, but another thing that was really annoying was the console, because it was like 3 different parts. You had to, it's just sitting in there like in this really crazy way. You had to put the chrome part in there in between the 2 halves, and the end doesn't fit very well, so it's real hard to get it flat down in there. So that's just very frustrating. And then before this like wobbled. Well, I took the wheels off again, but just on the frame it would wobble like this. I don't know. Yeah, the bottom I didn't. It's just all black. Real simple. I didn't do much there. The engine too. I never finished painting it all. I did paint the valve covers. That was pretty fun. I think maybe the manifold's supposed to be aluminum or something, but I can always just do that later. I think I glued it in there yet, but there's a bunch of other hoses, and I lost one part. I remember something on the engine I forgot to put on there. I gotta put the belts on there too, but there's a lot of stages you have to do after you put it together, and it's just kind of a frustrating build. So I might just take a break for a couple days on this one and tackle it again, but I guess that happens sometimes. But I like how the paint turned out pretty well. It's kind of rough, but what am I going to do, I guess. But yeah, I'll do another video when I get farther along on this one.